It's the beginning of time of the Radio Control podcast. If dinosaurs were still around, they'd listen to it. It's Abi and Dave live from Abby's office.
Sure is. Sync clap. Ha! Oh, it's going to be confusing, there's two claps there.
There isn't.
Oh, no, it's okay, because then I'm just...
There isn't, you're wrong.
It's not, hey. Oh, it's weird being able to see ourselves. Now we're talking to a thing.
Yeah, I know.
Abby brought a different camera today to film our video version, which you can see on YouTube.
Definition.
High definition, and now there we are. Welcome along. You're here for episode 10, the final episode of this season of RC Podcast.
Yeah.
I'm Dave. This is Abby. If you're listening on air, welcome to the podcast. You've probably only heard 2 or 3 of these, but we'll make sure we do all of them next season. If you're on YouTube, hopefully you would have subscribed by now because you know how awesome it is and you wouldn't want to miss out on any. But if you haven't, click that subscribe button because even though we're stopping the podcast, there's so much more going on. Oh.
We've got plans for Africa coming to when the podcast isn't on.
And if you're on iTunes, keep a subscribe on there. We'll take down this season, which will go all to one downloadable place, and then when we have next season coming, we'll deliver
put
those.
it in a fresh place.
Yeah, so you can keep up. Because you wouldn't want to not keep up.
No.
And you can catch us on Facebook. Facebook.com/radiocontrol.
/control994.
/control994. Just say the wrong URL. That'll help.
Yeah.
What'd you do this weekend, Abby?
I played at the Royal.
Same.
It was fun, eh?
It was really cool.
Thanks if you came.
Thanks if you came. If you didn't, what were you doing?
It was raining.
It was.
So I kind of understand.
Yeah, same. Like the getting out of the house bit would have been bad, but it was actually really warm.
It was really warm
nice
when you
inside.
got there.
Yeah. So don't make that mistake again.
The Cozy Royal. It was really cool. I also painted my bedroom.
Yeah.
One wall of my bedroom. And it's so tricky.
You did the thing with the tape and form a...
Yeah.
How come?
Tape the edges. Then you can paint wherever you please, and it comes off in a line.
But why did you need is it not all going to be that colour?
No, only one wall.
Oh, okay.
A feature wall, they call
feature
it.
Wall. Is the rest going to be whatever it already is?
Yeah, like white. Custard.
Didn't you tell me it was lemon meringue?
No, I didn't. You invented lemon meringue colour.
Yeah, and you said it's already pretty much that.
Well, that was my little sister's room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Different.
Apologies.
It's okay. But painting is hard, and I'm glad I'm not a painter.
Yeah, I had to paint the outside of the house for a little bit once, and it was horrible. Especially when mine involved going upside down as well, like doing the bottom of a roof bit, and.
But being on a ladder is really scary,
sore neck,
and
sore arm.
up and down the ladder, and.
And it's a messy job. It's
over now,
job.
though.
Yeah, it's all good.
So it's okay.
What's happening this weekend?
This weekend is going to be good. It's Queen's birthday weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So, Splitting Atoms is playing at the Fish on Friday.
Correct.
Which is really exciting. And so are you, Slow Emotion.
Correct.
And given names.
Also correct.
It's going to be cool. I love the Fish. Same.
It's a good spot.
And Armageddon Expo is happening down in Wellington.
That is, that's on Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Yep. And we've got double pass on our Facebook page. 2 double passes to give away.
We do. If you're listening on Thursday, though, it's gone.
Too late. You're too late.
You're too late.
But if you're listening right now on the other means.
Jump on Facebook and
closes Wednesday.
Enter. Rigby's going to be there.
The voice of Rigby
from the regular show. Also the
He'll
voice of Mario
and Luigi.
Same guy.
And the voice of the Fire Princess or something from
Adventure
Time. And then real people are going to be there.
Yeah. Is that Stargate guy going to be there?
Yeah.
He's at every single one of them. I swear. He just loves it. It must be his life now because Stargate isn't a thing anymore. Right? It's just
you need me to go to an expo? Yeah, I'm there. I Oh, hang on, I need to check my schedule, but I probably could make it work. Product placement. And
Thanks, Lift Plus.
what's it called? Three people from Arrow are gonna be there, which is real cool. Diggle, Death Shot, and Slade. It's gonna be cool.
Hobbit.
Supernatural.
It's gonna be cool.
It's so cool.
Yeah. So if you're from Wellington, I mean, you can enter and just go along. If you're from Palmy, maybe you'll need to plan the trip, but enter.
We're giving you time.
We'll give you some time to plan that. Wednesday we'll announce. So.
And that's Armageddon Expo. So cool.
Should we get into some topics?
Yeah, let's do it.
Top of my list, Janelle is sick.
Janelle Monáe. More like Janelle. No way. I'm playing a show.
Isn't that good?
Yeah.
Tag team.
We're good.
I
set the pun up and you just knock it off the tee. Smack it out the park.
She's sick and she's not coming to New
but
Zealand anymore.
Unexplained sick.
And also isn't bringing Kimber anymore. Well, like Kimber has decided, I'm not doing it either.
I ain't doing it. Well, you would be like, I can't play a whole show when I'm meant to have a friend.
But it's Kimber. She's got fans and she's got a set. She could do it.
But she couldn't do the whole show.
They wouldn't be able to they wouldn't just be like...
Kimber.
I mean, she should come and do some shows herself.
For sure.
I'm not saying she should go and do those shows without
Yeah.
Janelle. I'm saying she should come and do something if she was planning to, because I'd like to see her.
I think she's really beautiful. Bit weird when she sings, but I understand if I didn't hold an instrument while I was singing, I do weird things.
Yeah. You do some weird things even when you are holding instruments. Singing.
What do I do?
Just that. When you drum, if one hand isn't doing stuff, you...
Oh, I do.
Do a bit of a dance.
That's right. That's cracker.
Yeah.
But that's what Kimber does.
Yeah.
And the girl from Golden Horse used to be real bad.
Yeah. She's a bit of a weirdo. Golden Horse, man.
I
hadn't thought about them in years. Golden Horse.
But
lots of people have been getting sick and not being able to do their shows.
Yeah.
I feel like some new thing has come in where I feel like people would have always been getting sick on tour.
Yeah.
I feel like something has come in where or at least maybe a precedent's been set where they're like, hey, you can just cancel if you're sick. And then people are like, oh, actually, I am actually sick, but I didn't realise you could cancel, so I'm just going to cancel. I feel like more people have realised that you shouldn't really be touring if you're sick.
Yeah. Back in the olden days, they were like, yeah, I'll vomit on the side and then come back and play.
Yeah, because I as much as it would suck if you had tickets and if you really wanted to see this, if she's sick, she shouldn't come. She shouldn't be touring. If she's really
think about if it was you.
And if she's permanently sick because of the touring, then she should have a break.
I think people probably are getting sick and stop touring because that demand has been so high now and the bar's been set so high for everyone to tour. So they're like, slam it out. Oh no, I'm sick.
Yeah.
Now.
Oh, hang on, I can't just not have any sleep
and sing for 2 hours a night.
Yeah.
And
every
be fine.
Night. Yeah. So, don't get angry at her. But it still is disappointing. If you wanted to go.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. But you'll probably get a refund.
Yeah, they are doing refunds, I believe.
Winning.
Well, it'd stink if they didn't. Imagine that.
I think the cool thing about buying tickets to shows is usually you buy tickets quite a way away from the show, and then you get to the show, and it's kind of like it's for free because it was so long ago that you paid for it.
Yeah,
it's
I
like
agree.
Paid. And you're like, yeah, free show.
Yeah, and then if there's travel involved, you're like, oh, it's fine. At least I don't have to pay for the show. It's like, you already have.
Yeah, you paid 4 months ago.
Yeah.
I love it.
The other I'm going to say the other hot topic that's in the news because I don't think really Janelle Monáe being sick is necessarily in the news.
Just a little bit.
What's been in the news, one hot topic from the Palmerston North news. Mr.
John O'Naylor.
No, let's definitely not implicate him into this story. Mr. Predator, who was so not at all anything to do with John O'Naylor, but we will talk about him later. But completely unrelated to Jono. The guy that was on Police 10-7 and on...
Has he been caught?
Well, they're interviewing someone that is meant to be... but I wanted to talk about the fact that the CCTV around Palmy. I didn't even know this.
I did.
You did?
Yep.
It's fantastic when it does things like that, and it just goes to show why it is actually useful and why people shouldn't really be that uptight about it. Because what had you heard about it before then? Nothing.
Nothing. It's super low profile.
And now, the first time you hear it, a lot of people probably would have heard about it, and it's helping to catch
I looked up at that corner of George Street, and you go, oh, true, there is cameras up there. But you never noticed them before.
Oh, you looked since you saw that one? Yeah. But yeah, so they're interviewing someone. He's 17.
No.
Nah.
Screw that.
Yeah.
Makes me angry.
But that's not to say that he definitely is the person. So
but still.
But
not really great.
No. It's not good to, it's good to, doesn't bode well for a safe environment in our town. Like, it doesn't make you feel very safe.
Yeah, no, I've always been all good with walking back. I park my scooter at the flat, and I walk from the town to the flat.
Yeah.
And I've always felt like, oh, sweet as. But now I'm like this.
Yeah. Put your dukes up.
I'll fight you.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
So, good work on the social media kind of campaigning.
I really think that was really good, actually.
Yeah. And more of it, if it works, eh?
Yeah.
Especially not necessarily. I mean, the social media thing is always very just how people are feeling, sort of thing.
Yeah.
You know, like some days they might really want to reblog this thing, some days they won't. This one might not be important enough for them to think they want to do it. But it's, especially like in the newspaper or the online, you know, on the Stuff website, on the Manawatu Stuff website. But things like that I think are great.
Yeah.
If it can lead to a possible getting those sort of people off the street or stop them doing that sort of thing.
All good.
All good, eh?
Yep. Don't got time for that.
But let's go on the brighter side of this town.
Yeah.
And now we'll talk about Jono.
Oh, yeah.
Who had nothing to do with that story.
But
he is running for the national MP seat in Palmerston North.
Crazy times.
So going up against...
Ian.
Has Ian declared he's running?
Well, I guess he would be.
I imagine he would be, yeah. So, Jono or Ian 2014, what will you do? Who will you go with?
It's really crazy. This is the first year I get to vote. And I don't really care, but I should care. Like, I'll vote.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, man, you got to kind of start listening like this.
Yeah.
But I think politics is so childish, and
it's incredibly childish, but it's the only way to do it.
Yeah, it's the only way to do it. But you know, it's a hard time.
So he has said that he won't do both.
No.
So he's gonna stand down from mayorship.
And then do they have a whole nother mayor running?
Oh yeah, they have a
I want to run for mayor. That'd be great.
You need to run as Gordon the dinosaur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, if I ran as me, you'd see a lot of changes.
Yeah.
Such as my list.
Duct tape.
Duct tape sandals for all. Solar roads.
Just do it. We've got the money. Just go for it.
Also, you are allowed to feed the ducks in the square. That would definitely be my first.
That's your campaign.
First move.
That's your platform.
Feed the ducks in the square. That actually not a problem.
Let's actually transition that into the thing everyone's been waiting for all season. From the very first episode.
Yeah.
Duct tape. Sandals.
Duct tape sandals. I brought this up in pretty much the first episode, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was. It was in the first one.
Saying how duct tape is really great and versatile, and what if you could make sandals out of it?
Sandals.
I was going to say shoes. Sandals. And we've done it.
Yes. Should we show the camera?
Joe, we've cracked it. Peace to camera. Sorry if you're listening on air or on iTunes. You can't see it.
We'll do a description, though.
Yes, I started my creation a little while ago.
Yeah.
And I went for more of a scuff.
She's gone with your classic scuff design.
A classic scuff design.
Yeah.
You sling over the front of your foot and then you just...
Very clean and classy look.
It is quite a clean look. Nice, simple, but very effective. Great for going out to the letterbox.
Yeah, just chuck them by the door.
Chuck them on when you're going to the washing line.
Any of that.
Versatile.
Mm-hmm.
Scuffs, duct tape scuffs, done. Myth busted, you can do it.
$4.99.
$4.99 from Radio Control.
Yeah. And mine began as a similarly simple idea that turned very complex when I realised that my soles were very flimsy and that they wouldn't stay on my feet.
Yes, you have gone for quite a flim. I really layered my
really
sole.
Enforce that sole.
Yeah.
So when I'd step, it would just come away from my heel.
Not a great thing.
Wasn't so good.
Dangerous.
So I started with toe straps.
Like a gentle.
Yeah. And then I added a strap sort of further up your foot. And then I added... Every time I've added is because it didn't actually stop them from flipping off. Then I added like a kind of a little bit of a strap around the back, which sort of sits over the ridge of your heel to try and hold on there. And there's also a strap connecting the middle strap with the back to keep them aligned. So if you can see this on camera, maybe it's tough to see.
It's probably good we brought the high def camera out for this.
Yeah, for these, eh? So as you can see there, flimsy sole, but
great.
When you get these on, when you slip these on, they're nice and tight for me anyway.
Yeah, no, it worked a real treat. Mixed. We showed them off around the office.
Yeah.
First, people were skeptical.
We are the spectacle. They were skeptical.
And said, "Why are you wasting our office supplies?"
Yeah.
But then we showed...
Not the reaction you really want.
No, I was like this. And then...
How about well done, guys? How about that?
Yeah, we talked the doubters around.
We talked them around, definitely, and they're all for it.
Full support.
Yeah, she wants to help us campaign
produce and...
Take them to Dragon's Den.
Get different colours going. So... duct tape sandals for sale will be on the Radio Control merch shop.
Definitely, which has given me you've given me the idea that we should do a Mythbusters series.
Yeah, I love it.
So we'll work on that. We'll see you.
Such as if you eat a whole tube of Mentos and then chug a Coke, will it fizz out of your mouth like it would?
Do you want to try that?
Yeah.
Are you going to chew the Mentos?
Well...
Or are you going to swallow them whole?
It would be hard to swallow them whole, but I think the whole thing about that myth is the covering on the Mentos is what really... Have you ever done that before anyway in a bottle? Yeah, it's so cool.
I would, rather than make a spout, I would probably do the thing where you put one inside the lid, screw the lid on, then throw it.
What me and my sister did is we screwed like 6 Mentos onto this long ass screw and magneted it onto the lid.
Yeah. Screwed
the lid on and then took the magnet off, and then the bottle exploded.
Yeah, that's what I would.
So cool.
It's quite quick though. Did you get away in time? Did you get?
I don't remember. It was a really long time ago, but I think we were good.
Okay, we're gonna need to do that for Radio Control Busts and Myths.
Yeah. Ideas are best on camera because then you're stuck.
Then you have to do them.
Yeah.
The lagoon's leaking.
Still.
Well, it's just been confirmed. 500,000 litres a day since the earthquakes.
Oh my gosh!
Because they saw a 20 centimetre drop in level, and over the 5 hectare lagoon, that's 500,000 litres a day.
I remember saying in a podcast a little while ago, me and my mum went to the lagoon, and she said how it dropped, and it's true, it is dropping.
Because it used to, so unprofessional, because it used to go up and down.
Yeah.
But it's actually going down quite significantly.
What are they going to do?
Well, there's a artesian bore.
Pig.
B-O-R-E, bore. Which they had turned off, that delivers water. But it won't completely refill it if it's like it won't be able to keep up if it's going out that quickly. So I don't know.
I hope it doesn't disappear forever.
Yeah,
I love the lagoon.
So do I. And imagine it just being a big, empty,
dry
mud pit. Well, it could be fun. Ride your dirt bike around in it.
Oh, yeah. Those flash houses would love that.
Yeah.
Turn it into a dirt. When they're spitting out the dirt.
Yeah.
How terrible, though.
Yeah. It's always been a part of my childhood.
I love it.
My nana and actually I lived very close to the lagoon.
Did you go feed the ducks with your nana?
Yep.
I did. My grandma, we would go to the Foursquare in Barton Brood and then walk along the lagoon and feed the ducks.
Oh, we'd just use the old bread that we had. The ends, you know?
Yeah.
Ducks don't worry about crust.
No. I love
My favourite was doing it off the bridge because then it wasn't like ducks were going to like try and take you over. They'd all hang out under the bridge and you'd send it down. So
crack up.
That was good. But
I caught a couple swans at the lagoon.
My cousin fell into the lagoon once.
I jumped into the lagoon to save a baby swan who was all wrapped up in fishing wire, and then its mum freaked the fuck out and took away the babies, and I said, "It's gonna die because of you!" And I ducked to my knees in freezing cold lagoon water.
Yeah, it's gross.
It was my choice.
Yeah.
I was trying to be the crocodile hunter.
We used to kayak on the lagoon a little bit.
I've always wanted to kayak on the lagoon. I love kayaking.
It's so lovely. It's relaxing.
It would be beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Once I was there and I saw this little Asian family. There was 3 of them and an inflatable boat just boating around in the lagoon.
That's great. How good is that?
So crack up, eh?
Make your own fun, eh?
Yeah.
Quick bit.
Yep.
We've got plenty of time left, but I'm just going to
give
you a quick bit because I don't know the date on this one. So there's a Thai princess, right?
Yeah.
And you're not like it's against the law to touch any part of them, right?
Yeah.
Commoners aren't allowed to touch the royalty. I don't know when this is from. It could be from quite a while ago. Could be a historical story. I don't actually know. You're not allowed to touch them.
Is it a joke? Is this a joke?
No, this isn't a joke. This isn't a joke. Should I tell my pirate joke after this?
No.
Okay, this isn't a joke. And she fell into some water. She couldn't swim.
But no one could touch her.
No one could touch her to save her. And she drowned.
Wouldn't you just touch her and be like, surely they'll have a little bit of grace?
It might not even. It might be like a religious thing. Like it might be like,
yeah.
we can't do that. It'll be damned, sort of thing. But yeah, I think that's a bit of that's got a bit of a moral behind it, doesn't it?
Touch the princess.
No, like if you don't let anyone, near you at any
You'll
time,
drown.
You don't have any help either.
I love it.
You've got paint on your glasses.
Is it blue?
Yeah, it looks good. It looks like it's meant to be there, but
oh yeah.
And there's some on the actual lens as well.
Oh man! Tell you what, your roller really spits at you.
Yeah.
I love it, Dave.
So I think there's a lesson in there for all of us. So if you're too cool, you might not have help.
I love it.
Right?
Yeah. Yep. Speaking of coolness.
Sexy.
Solar roadways.
So you're all about these.
I'm all down for it, Dave.
Yeah. You're number 1 fan at the moment.
Solar roadways are a thing that is possible.
Yeah, very possible. It's probably going to be easier in new development rather than replacing old development, but at some point
that's a good thing.
Old as well, but
they don't get potholes.
No, because you can replace single bits.
You can replace single hexagon panels.
Yeah.
Solar panels, the top bit's made, so far the prototype is made of 10% recycled glass.
Which is good in itself. Recycling.
underneath it is full of LEDs, so you can program light road markings. Also heaters, so it will melt snow and ice. And then underneath it, it sends the solar energy after it's used it on the LEDs and the heaters to like power pole phone lines
feeds
and
it
stuff.
into the grid, basically.
Yeah, it's
without too much.
And they all click together and have potential to burn.
Now let's be real. If they were everywhere and if they were all the roads in the world,
it would not be good.
Why wouldn't it be good?
I think it would be slippery.
I was going to say we wouldn't. That would do us for power, wouldn't it?
Yes, yeah.
If you made a city
it's enough to power a country. Like if you did your whole everything, footpaths and roads, it would be enough to power a whole city, country.
Do you think it would be slippery? In the
Not
wet?
enough. The prototypes have enough traction to keep a car on and everything, but I think it would be slippery.
Surely.
Like to walk on the footpath, but I don't know.
In the wet?
Yeah.
But water on glass, surely it's going to be... Well, that's one that would need to be tested. And it still does need to be tested a lot, obviously.
Oh, for sure.
But imagine if we'd thought of this before we started building roads.
I know, right? So it costs about 50% more to build it than a road.
Yeah.
But you got to think of the revenue it will bring in power-wise.
Do they think it's... They said you can repair panels like single hexes, right? So, do they know the wear and tear, the kind of like warranty on them?
No, they don't know anything.
Because it's not been
It's just prototypes at the minute.
Yeah. That would be another thing is like you can put something in and look for the future revenue, but you have to take away all the repairs.
And another thing is that there would be another cost on top of it of cleaning because it would gather like rubber and dust and soil and salt and everything, you know.
And then it wouldn't.
And then the sun wouldn't be able to get through. So that's another thing they'd have to consider. But the idea behind it is good, but there are still some problems to work out. I don't think we'll see it for a couple years.
No.
Lots of years.
Yeah.
But it would be really cool. And
footpaths may even be a simpler start for that because you don't need to be as stringently safe and clean and worry about stopping traffic to fix things, and it's not going to have as much wear and tear, but it will still provide the same energy grab.
I think it,
per square.
Sarah was saying on the Continental Breakfast this morning that it would be cool if New Zealand got on board with it because it would really help with our clean green image.
Yeah, and it would put us in kind of like a world first.
Yeah.
And that they like things like that are going to help the world. They love to try it on little countries, eh?
Yeah. And we're there. Would you say yes to it?
Definitely. I mean, steps need to start being made for global warming because it's getting ridiculous that people still don't believe that it's even happening.
It is meant to be -2 tonight, however.
Yes.
Global warming.
Or maybe not. The average temperature this year was the highest it's been again since the 80s.
Yeah, true. That's right. It was hot.
I'm going to get a little bit serious. I watched a thing about evangelical Christians and the indoctrination of children. Are you following so far? Did you miss some words? What words didn't you?
All of it.
I watched a documentary about how a certain sect of Christianity in America.
Yes.
The ones that go to the big, lots of homeschool kids. They have big, huge churches where they sing and yell and speak in tongues and run around and stuff. You know, those ones. And it's about how they kind of force kids into belief. They don't really particularly let the kids figure things out. And they're strong, super pro-life, and they force the kids to decide that they're pro-life without actually really showing them too much unbiased information. They they also don't believe in global warming.
Yeah.
They don't believe in evolution, like some scientific pretty much facts. And it's unfortunately because they don't really see the world as something that needs to last longer than them and their kids' lives, because they're going to get called up soon, you know? And so there's a lot of layers to getting people to get on board with protecting the environment for future generations, because some don't believe that there will be future generations for humans.
Yeah.
I mean, they honestly believe the rapture is coming in their lifetime, so why would they need, why would they need 100 years even of an environment?
I reckon we probably need 100 years.
Same. But I'm just saying there are some people who are going to be quite resistant to well, not resistant, but they're living in a very now type situation, because the end time is coming for them. So there is some opposition, and that's probably a lot of where it's coming from. And then there's the people who are afraid that it's going to cost money for something that's not actually happening. But again,
you know what's crazy? We'll get in the future, we'll get all these solar roadways, and then where are we going to get even buried?
Do we get buried under the road?
Yeah, I think we're going to start having to be sent to space.
A lot of people don't get buried.
Yeah, but...
A lot of people don't get buried.
I think we're going to have to start sending people to space. But then, imagine that, you go to space to go to see the moon, and all these corpses, because you fly super fast in space, like a piece of dust can break your window in space, and then all these big corpses are like rockets.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say we're not going to get to the point where we send bodies into space.
We'll see, Dave.
I mean, when's the last time you saw them add space to the cemetery?
What?
When's the last time they added some land to the cemetery? They don't, do they?
I don't know what you're saying.
The cemetery?
Yeah.
Let's take the one up by your house, for example.
Yeah.
When's the last time they expanded it to fit?
Well, that one's full.
Yeah.
So they have to put it in another one. But that's the thing. People are going to keep dying.
But clearly, if you thought about the amount of space that Palms North Cemetery, is that what that one's called?
Sure, yeah.
If you gave found out how many people were there, how big it was, and gave an average size space for each person.
Yeah.
If you then figured out how many people have died, I don't think that much space is being cleared for cemeteries every day.
So you're concerned as well?
No, I'm saying I don't think people are getting buried nearly as much as you think.
Okay, yeah, sure. But people are still going to want to be buried.
Yes. Yeah.
And you don't see new cemeteries opening up.
That's what I'm saying. You don't.
No.
So maybe they're not getting buried.
No, I don't know. But my thing is, I don't want to be sent to space. I don't want to die.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say you're not going to be sent to space either.
Oh, what a laugh.
That's going to wrap us up. Another quick bit before we go.
I just have a quick bit, please, about cemeteries. People have said, hey guys, why don't we just give each plot 50 years and then a new person gets put on top of that? Because they're going to be crushed down.
Not into that, eh?
I'm not into that, but that's what people are thinking.
My quick bit, I can't remember where it was now. I think it's Counties Manukau, but don't hold me to that. Giving out free vasectomies.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what that says about counties. Maybe the kids are an epidemic over there. But they've said the reason is to figure out if the price is the reason why people aren't getting vasectomies. So usually a $400 to $500 operation, free at the moment. Only for residents of the area though. So you can't go down and take part if you're here and you really want a vasectomy.
That's so crazy.
That's pretty crazy. Thanks for being with us on the RC update, on the RC podcast. Excuse me.
Well, they should get vasectomies, or else you'll die when people are born, because people will keep being born, and you'll have to be sent to space.
Yeah.
I'm going to need to bury a time capsule somewhere, so when they are digging up the last of the cemeteries to put the solar roads down, Oh, a message from the wise Abby Symes. Send the bodies to space. What a genius.
They'll never return and wreak havoc on
Put them on the sun. Projectile them to the sun, and then they'll be cremated in space.
Everything we do has a result.
I'm a genius.
Thanks, Abby, for for talking with me for 5 hours.
That's okay. Well, when are we going to come back? July.
Yeah, let's at least give it till July.
We'll take a month off, eh?
Yeah. Thanks for being with us through the whole journey. It's been, wow, what a ride.
We should come back on the 28th of July, because I'll be 20 then.
Yeah. Okay.
2 months.
Yeah. We'll see you 30th of June.
28th of July.
Oh, July. Okay, sorry.
We'll see you the 28th of July.
Farewell.
Goodbye.
Farvel, vær den beste.